This is one film that world history could have done without. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 reasons the Emoji Movie is hated.
Oh, fist bump, come on in.
Hey,
lady.
fist bump? He's a knucklehead. Literally. Look at him. I can look like that. Ah, ow, cramp. Huge mistake.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the many reasons why this film was a magnet for so much hate.
That's our user, Alex. And like every freshman in high school, his whole life, everything, revolves around his phone.
At the end of the day, this is a film about a communication tool, which literally nobody asked for or ever expressed interest in. What's next? Punctuation the movie? Number 9. Jailbreak feels like a discount wild style. In addition to being hilarious and wonderfully inventive, 2014's The Lego Movie seriously delivered in terms of characters. One standout in particular being Wild Style. This strong-willed, independent, rebellious master builder is a total badass.
Wild Style?
Wild Style?
Yep.
What are you, a DJ?
No.
Oh, that's your name is Wild Style?
Yeah.
Like on your birth certificate it says Wild Style.
Let's not talk about my name.
Now, let's take a look at Jailbreak. Right off the bat, the name feels derivative. Then there's her fashion sense, and the similar personality and attitude. Unfortunately, whereas Wild Style was inspiring and modern, Jailbreak felt like a paint-by-numbers caricature of the progressive female character.
I sincerely, unironically want you to go away.
Where Wild Style inspired, Jailbreak disappointed and offended with her generic design and story arc. It felt like Sony was trying to capitalize on the growth of feminist cinema rather than actually contributing to it.
I wanted to say it because it was my idea. You know, women are always coming up with stuff that men are taking credit for.
Number 8. It allegedly cost us a Popeye movie. We can't say that one movie necessarily replaced the other, but the story basically goes as follows. A Popeye movie was in development at Sony, with Genndy Tartakovsky at the helm, who you may know for creating Dexter's Laboratory and Samurai Jack, as well as directing the Hotel Transylvania trilogy. A sizzle reveal was apparently met with great reactions. But then in 2015, Tartakovsky announced that his Popeye had been put on the back burner, if not outright cancelled, due to leadership changes at Sony. The new guard reportedly wanted new ideas, not those that had been in development under their predecessor. And so we got the Emoji Movie instead, and Tartakovsky moved on. Number 7. Horrible marketing. If you want to aim for the lowest common denominator when producing your film, by all means go for it. But don't you dare drag quality programming into the mud with you. It was bad enough that Sony staged an event at Cannes Carlton Pier on the eve of the acclaimed Cannes Film Festival, a place this particular movie was certainly not welcome. But they took things too far with the marketing campaign when they decided to parody The Handmaid's Tale in a tweet that indirectly made light of the show's dark subject matter. The Emoji Movie's Twitter account later deleted the tweet, but the damage was already done. Number 6. Unfunny jokes.
You're alive! Mwah.
You were trying to see if I had somehow turned into candy, weren't you?
Yes, I was. And you have not.
You can make any number of bad decisions when making a comedy, including a weak premise, and still come out with a successful movie as long as you get one crucial thing right: the comedy. But boy, oh boy, did the writers behind the Emoji Movie ever drop the ball in that regard.
For crying out loud, abandoned luggage, that had better not be my leftover Chinese food.
From start to finish, this movie is one big cringe-worthy groan fest. Every line intended as a knee slapper instead inspires face palms from the poor audience who made the mistake of watching the film. It's not that the jokes are childish or corny or even dad jokes. They're just tired, uninspired, and sometimes downright insulting to the intelligence of viewers.
Well, we have business to attend to.
What kind of business?
Monkey business.
I sounded British.
Number 5. It's an obvious cash grab. Speaking of insulting, let's revisit the premise of this film. We've already said it once, but we'll say it again. It's literally about emojis. Rather than produce an interesting story about unique, original characters, the powers that be at Sony decided to cash in on what they thought was most relevant to kids in that moment. And the end result is a movie utterly lacking in soul. By baiting the smartphone-using youth, they made a modest profit. but at the expense of all credibility. This movie was just a transparent attempt to take advantage of a trend in pop culture.
So last week, Alex sends me next to this guy.
That kid, where does he get this stuff?
Number 4. It's boring.
I'm so nervous, I could almost shrug.
Terrible character concepts aside, at the heart of any good film is a story. Within the wacky fictional world of Textopolis, with all the modern technology and pop culture at their disposal, surely the filmmakers managed to at least take us on a wild, weird, and action-filled adventure. Nope. One of the biggest grievances that cinema-goers and critics alike had with this film is that in addition to being unoriginal, it was downright boring.
I have some bad news, Gene. And I'm afraid you'll have the wrong reaction.
Okay, what's the wrong reaction?
Anything other than meh.
Since you're not invested in the characters, you don't care about their personal stories. And as for the actual sequence of events, well, you go to some strange places, but not much of anything happens there. The film's climax was particularly dull.
Whoa! Check out this emoji!
Number 3. It's derivative of Wreck-It Ralph, the Lego Movie, and Inside Out. The whole concept of fleshing out a world and life for something that people play with makes further comparisons between the Lego Movie and the Emoji Movie inevitable.
Wear clothes. Oop, almost forgot that one. No, not that, wrong. And that's it, check.
Then there's the clear Wreck-It Ralph overlap. Exploring various apps on an adventure of self-discovery and acceptance feels a whole lot like a trip through various arcade cabinets.
Quitting time.
The property it feels most beholden to, however, is Inside Out, in the sense that we're going inside a human's phone to follow the story of a cast of characters who help that person express themselves.
I'm sadness.
Oh, hello. I'm Joy. So, can I just, if you could,
Unfortunately, the Emoji Movie falls far short of all 3 films. Number 2. They made Sir Patrick Stewart play Poop.
I know it was an accident. We all have accidents.
You're so soft, Poop.
Not too soft, I hope.
We get that the poop emoji is a popular one that stepped off of our phones to become figurines, plushies, mugs, and more, but even with its unique level of success, it's still nowhere near good enough for this iconic actor. From Captain Jean-Luc Picard to Professor Charles Xavier, and countless critically acclaimed theater performances as part of the Royal Shakespeare Company, this thespian has proven himself to be one of the most talented of his generation. We get that the Emoji Movie was trying to make that a part of the joke by having him play an elegant poop emoji, but every time the character spoke, we cringed.
You are smooth.
Just doing my duty. What? What did I say?
Number 1. Jam-packed with product placement.
We're in Candy Crush. Offs. I know a shortcut to Just Dance, which is right next to Dropbox, where we can get uploaded to the cloud.
Of course, just dance, then boogie over to Dropbox, catch the link, and zoom.
This derivative film might have been trying to bill itself as the most tech-savvy, connected animated film ever made, but its various nods to social media and popular digital culture came across as the most thinly veiled mass ad we've ever had the displeasure of consuming. They visit the Instagram app, they travel via Spotify, they summon the Twitter bird, Facebook, YouTube, WeChat, it's all there. In addition to visiting a Just Dance app, which quite frankly we didn't even know existed until now, the characters literally play a game of Candy Crush.
Sweet motherboard!
Where am I?
Candy Crush.
These nods are not self-aware or creative interpretations of pop culture. Like everything else in this film, they're just there. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.